Be our exercise 1-2. A motor controller is a device of group of devices that commands the operation of an electric motor using normally open and normally closed contacts. Normally open contacts are closed only when activated, and normally closed contacts works in opposite way or open only when activated. So take note, pag gumagamit kayo ng normally open contact, dapat yung gagamitin nyo ring switch is a normally open switch. So let's say, I have my ladder diagram. Kaya pag PLC kasi yung gagamitin mo kahit hindi ka na gumamit ng switch. So kahit yung examples na lang ng normally open, normally closed. Pag magpo-program ka doon. Okay? Or yung mga symbols na lang na normally open and normally closed. Take note, ang symbol natin for normally open is this one. Normally open contacts to. And normally closed contacts is this one. Okay? So how will we use this one in circuit? So take note that this is a symbol for a contactor. Normally open and normally closed circuit. Okay, contacts. So a motor controller has one or more of the following capabilities. It may cause a motor to: number 1, to start and stop, to rotate forward or reverse by using the combination of a dual contactor, no contact and NC contact, or normally open and normally closed contact, and have its speed or torque limited or regulated by using your knobs. Okay, pwede mong i-regulate yan using your knobs. But practically ngayon, ang ginagamit natin to regulate the speed of the motor is yung VFD. Okay? VFD, variable frequency. And be protected against overload faults. So, kasari din sa control panel devices natin ang mga overload relays, yung mga protective relays, and your circuit breakers. So, because there are many factors to consider when selecting and installing motor control devices for use with particular machine or system. For example, to start or stop a motor, here are some considerations that may influence the choice of a motor controller. So, characteristics of motor, squirrel ba yan? Or squirrel cage ba yan? Or DC motors ba yan? Or kung anong klase motor yan. So, number of start-stops in a cycle, light or heavy loads when starting or stopping, fast or slow stopping, need to accurate stopping. So, kailangan mo bang i-brake yan, yung motor mo? Manual or automatic starting and stopping. Installation and operating costs. Okay? So, the magic word will be control panel devices. Or, CPD na lang yung ilagay nyo sa attendance nyo. Okay? Push buttons are switches that provide control of a motor by pressing a push button. So take note, the push button is a momentary closed contact, but pwedeng maging maintain contact ang push button natin pag linagyan mo yan ng contactor. So let's say if a push button, let's say ito yung push button mo, which is normally open. Push button natin in series with a contactor, normally open contactor, to a load which is, let's say, a pilot light. Okay? So, hindi yan ladder diagram circuit diagram to. So, pag ladder diagram kasi, one line lang silang lahat. Considered na yung lines 1 and line 2 mo. Pag circuit diagram naman, kailangan mo ng dalawang linya which is you will show the returning path of the current. So, ito yun. Okay, papunta to sa source. L1 to neutral. Pag inactivate kasi natin yan, pag walang contactor, di ba? Pag binitawan mo at walang contactor, mag-off to. But probably, pag inactivate mo to at may contactor dito, therefore, mag-light to. Pwede mo ba yung patayin? Hindi na pwede. Unless, patayin mo yung source. Okay? Pag normally closed naman, say, dati nang gumagana to, pag normally closed contact, dapat ganyan to. And then, pag pag gumagana yan dati at gusto mo siyang patayin, ito lang yun. Para mamatay yung gusto mong kontrolin na load. Okay? Itong contactor natin, pwede siya mag-control ng multiple loads. Okay? So, balik tayo sa push button. Your push button may be a normally open or normally closed contact. And take note, a push button is a momentary contact lang yan. Momentary, which means na pag binitawan mo, wala na. Okay? So, dapat pag inactivate mo, hanggang sa dulo, hahawakan mo siya. Yan ang kaibahan ng push button. Okay? Kumbaga yan yung mga playboy na contact. Ito. So, in my meeting with my other class, so nakita nyo na meron tayong push button in our lab vault. Pag sa lab vault ka kasi nag-connect, so hindi mo pwedeng rekta push button na agad na nakakonect sa normally open or normally close. Okay, how about if kailangan mo ng normally open or normally close? So therefore, using these contacts 1, 2, 3, 4. If you would connect the push button the wires at 1 and 2, naka-normally closed ka. Okay. Pag kinonect mo naman yung button mo sa 3 and 4, yung mga wires mo sa 3 and 4 naka-normally open ka. Which means that pag in-open mo, pag in-activate mo, saka lang magpapasok yung power. Okay? Or yung current sa gusto mong load. Okay? Sa both operations, nasa push buttons yan, is meron tayong apat na terminals. Okay? For 2 for normally open and normally close. Usually kasi, ang ginagamit nating stop is yung red. Red color yung ginagamit nating stop. At usually ginagamit natin is any kulay. Probably yung green. Okay? Pag hindi nag-activate yung push button natin, nakita nyo sa experiment number 1, yung emergency push button na tinatawag natin. Okay? So, probably, pwede ko akong gagawa ng circuit. Let's say ito. Okay. Ito yung emergency push button ko. Emergency push button. Normally close. Meron tayong stop push button. Normally close din to. Then meron tayong start push button which is normally open. And then ito yung load natin. Pagkasakaling nagka-trouble itong stop push button natin. Okay. Kailangan natin ng another stop push button which is itong tinatawag nating emergency push button. Okay? So, probably mapapansin sa circuit at halos dalawa yung pang stop natin. Okay? Next is yung selector and toggle switches. So, pag selector at toggle, halos parehas lang sila yan ng gamit. But practically, yung selector mo kasi, dati na siyang, meron na siyang connection dati. Isi-select mo na lang kung ano yung gusto mo, kung nasa L siya or R siya. Probably yung L and R, any other circuits yan. But in our experiment, our L and R are for reverse and for forward. Okay? So, these are maintained contacts sa sinasabi nila. Ito yung mga, kahit hindi mo, pag inactivate mo na siya sa forward or reverse, pag hindi mo na siya binalik, hindi na siya mag-off. Okay? So, yan yung mga maintained contact. Another maintained contacts ay yung mga potentiometers natin. Yung mga knobs natin, na pag inikot mo, kung nasaan na yung turo ng speed mo, yun na yun. Okay? Unless there are other circumstances na magbabago sa speed mo. Okay? So, pilot lights, they will be our load. Take note yung pilot lights natin yan, yung load na gagamitin natin. In order to indicate whether the three lines are, or the lines are actuating. Okay? So, normally open, normally contacts lang tayo, characterized by our push buttons. So, this will be our first circuit. Okay, mapapansin nyo, Pag tinon natin yung lockout module, hindi mag-activate yung green natin. Hindi dapat mag-activate yung green, but mag-activate yung red. Basically, why? Because take note na our red push button is connected. Ito yun, di ba? Pag naka-on to, pag pinos natin yung circuit natin, so rekta na mag-on yung red natin, indicating na nasa stop yung motor mo. Okay? Naka-stop yung motor mo. Okay? So, hindi pa siya gumagana. And then, pag in-start natin yung motor mo, in-activate natin yun, so therefore, dalawa sila ang magla-light, which means na tumatakbo yung load mo. Okay? So, mapapansin mo. So, gusto kong i-stop yung load ko. Okay? Pag normally close contact na tayo, pag naka-contactor na tayo, hindi mo pwedeng pag sabihin natin two lines yung load mo, dalawang linya yung sabihin natin load mo, which is a motor. Pag naka-start ka, hindi mo pwedeng i-stop yun by itataas mo yung start push button. Probably sa real life, okay? Ang gagawin mo, kailangan pinutin yung stop push button. Kaya nga may stop, diba? Pag pinactivate natin yung stop, probably dapat hindi na magla-light yung red, which means that na-stop mo yung motor. Okay? Yung green, naka-activate pa rin siya. Pag sabi natin naka-press silang, pinines mo yung green, hindi mo binitawan, then pinines mo yung stop push button, mag-stop to. So, walang ilaw to. Ibig sabihin, indication na in-stop mo yung motor by activating its stop push button. Okay? Then yung start, syempre naka-activate yan, naka-green pa rin siya, naka-open pa rin yung line. Okay? But practically, pag naka-connect yan sa isang load, naka-off na dapat yun kasi nga in-stop na siya. So, after lockout is turned on, which pilot light illuminates. After the lockout mode is turned on, which pilot lights illuminates when no push button is pressed. Probably, mapapansin mo, pag in-start mo yung motor, yung red push button, L2. No push button is pressed, L2. If only start push button is pressed, pag in-start natin yung push button, i-activate natin to, hindi natin bibitawan, both. Only stop push button is pressed. Pag only stop lang, so hindi natin pines yung green, so therefore none. If both push button is pressed, ito yung sinasabi ko na naka-activate yung stop push button natin. So therefore, our light 1 will open. Ito magta-turn on. Following our last observation, what type of contacts are connected to push button terminals 1 and 2 and push button terminals 3 and 4? So push buttons 1 and 2 are normally closed or NC. And ito yung 1 and 2 yung consider natin. So NC siya. And push buttons 3 and 4 are NO. Okay? So push buttons terminal is normally closed. And push button 3 and 4 are normally open. Does the state of pilot light associated with the push button change when the button is released? Does the state of a pilot light associated with the push button change when the push button is released? Probably, yes. Bakit? Push button yan tama. So, pag release mo siya, so, therefore, mag-iiba yung state ng yung pilot light mo, mag-off siya. So, yes to. Which means na, momentary. Next is yung toggle switch. Yung toggle switch natin is a maintain contact, okay? So, L and R. So, ito lang yung connection natin, rekta yan. So, from 0, so syempre, from our line 2 to line 1. Yung line 1 natin napunta sa yung L2 natin napunta sa 0 ng toggle switch. And then, yung line 1 natin, pupunta sa load side. Okay? So, pag press ko yung toggle switch ko dito sa L position, probably yung green yung magla-light. Tama? Kasi nga nakukompleto na tong circuit na to. Pero pag prines ko to sa R position, so open lang to. So ito naman red ang magla-light. Kasi nga, ito yung buo. Okay? Tama ba? Yan. So set the toggle switch. The selector switches the module to the position. Perform the energizing procedure. After locking out the module is turned on, does the pilot light illuminate? No. Why? Because it is at opposition. Take note, pag nasa opposition tayo, ito yun. Pag nasa opposition tayo, ito. Ito siya. So, wala siyang indication. So, therefore, open to. Open din to. So, turn off dapat silang dalawa. Okay? Pag naka-turn on yan, nagkamali ka. Set the TS to the L position. So, pilot light 1 yung mag-on. Pag set the TS at R position, so pilot light 2 ang mag-on. Does the toggle switch contact return to its original state after you release it? Siyempre, no. No. How can we characterize a toggle switch? It is a maintained contact. Ito yung mga contact na pangmatagalan. Okay. Using an ohmmeter, determine which contacts the selector switch module are closed when the selector is set to a specific position. Fill out the table by putting X mark when a contact is closed. Probably hindi namin pinakita to sa video because this SST shorted, which means that kahit saan ka dito sa tatlo, meron siyang load. Meron siyang connection, which is wrong. Okay? Pag ganyan, shorted dyan. Palitan mo na pag ganun. It's either may mali sa connection or may short circuited talaga sa connection niya. Or mali, or sira na yung selector switch mo. Yun. Okay? But probably gumagana naman siya. Itong tatlo. So therefore, gumagana yung selector mo. Rewiring lang siguro yun. Okay? So, in this L position, pag naka-L ka, dapat ito yung forward, X00. Ito yung sagot, X00. Sa S2 naman, dapat nasa 0, 0X. Yung reverse ang may connection. And then, yung SS4 is yung itong SS4 is, ito yung reverse yung may connection. Okay? Yung sagot dapat dito sa SS3 is, ito yung may connection. Yung sa L. Okay? Yeah.